Hey man, stay safe world. You already know what's going on. We got to get into this whole situation with Drake and XXXTentacion, even DJ Academics, man. The lawyer for Dedrick Williams, one of the chief suspects in the XXXTentacion case, is saying that Drake and AK are gonna have to testify, and they actually sent them summons to actually go and testify in the XXXTentacion case, man. We're gonna get into it right now, but before we do, man, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all check out the merch too, link in the description. You know, staysafeworld.com, help support the channel, hoodies, tees, everything you need, man. So let's get it. Man, so this type of incident is not surprising if you've been following the XXXTentacion case and just XXXTentacion in general, because one of the main things that X said before he died was that if he were to go and have an untimely death, it would ultimately be because Drake was responsible, man. He said that in his story a couple months before he passed. And then now the lawyer of Dedrick Williams, who is the alleged getaway driver in the X murder case, is basically submitted a court document saying that the testimony of said Aubrey Drake Graham is material to the case, and it is necessary to take the deposition of said Aubrey Drake Graham to prevent the failure of justice. Before his passing, you know, he basically had issues with Drake, said some unsavory things about Drake's mom on Twitter and shit, and then said basically, if I go down, it's Drake that fucking caused that shit, man. And it all kind of stemmed from Drake stealing his flow. And the lawyer, this is where self-snitching gets crazy, because these niggas be doing whatever, man. Like, I guess there were some songs that Drake basically talks about shit. More, in my opinion, I feel like in Mob Ties, he really kind of says, he doesn't say like, I went out and killed X, but he says, sick of these niggas, get rid of these niggas, hire some help, get rid of these niggas. I mean, I think I got a word wrong, but you get the point. I mean, I kind of remember the verse, and you should remember that too. He says, hire some help, get rid of these niggas. And then the lawyer actually quotes one of his other songs. The attorney for Williams claims that Drake allegedly spoke about the murder in his song On BS, which is why they mentioned the rapper, and on top of the other song that I just said. Additionally, Williams' team requested that DJ Academics testify in the trial, with the lawyer alleging that Academics constantly speaks about the case during his streaming sessions. Now, I don't really feel like he be saying anything more than what we're saying right now. Like, he hasn't really said any crazy shit like that, and he be fucking with Drake heavy and all the Canadian niggas like that. So, I mean, like, I don't really think he would say something too incriminating, even though it would be probably good for his platform and get him hella clout and shit like that. But the fact that they got DJ Academics, I mean, they listed a bunch of other names earlier, but the Drake one definitely seems like some shit that is gonna fucking hit. You know, it's been like a long time coming, especially in the X community. People have been accusing Drake of getting rid of this man for the longest, and you know, it would kind of make sense. It could also just be a complete clout chase that this dude who's basically about to face life in prison is just trying to go out strong and take niggas down with him. I mean, Drake probably has some fire ass lawyers, I'd assume, but you know, at the end of the day, it's not that surprising, because he literally had beef with Drake. Literally said, like, if somebody says this dude killed me and then the motherfucker dies, then it's not too surprising. And Drake, at the period after that, the next album that he dropped after X died, had hella references to Mob Ties, fucking getting rid of niggas, like calling hits on people. It's kind of like dumb. It's like the equivalent of the Tory Lanez fucking phone call in jail where he was like, I'm sorry, I did that shit. You know, it's kind of like some things you shouldn't say in fucking songs, you know? Like, you could allude to shit, but when you're talking about calling hits on people after someone that you publicly beef with, after they dissed your mom, basically died, yo, that's like not very smart. And you know, Drake always wants to play that image. That's why he be posting videos of him getting arrested and shit like that. But it's like, bruh, you know, at the end of the day, like, niggas, like, the police and lawyers, if there's actually a case that involves that shit, you know, not every state made it so you can't use rap lyrics. And majority of these states, I think only New York made it so you can't use rap lyrics. So I wouldn't be surprised if Florida used his rap lyrics against him. You know, it's only fair, like, because you talking about that shit after someone dies and they say that you did it. You know, like, that's obviously gonna be the case. But it honestly could have just been a bunch of niggas that were broke that were trying to come up on bread. Like, that's more likely what it is. If it was real rap conspiracy, that shit would be crazy. Imagine Drake goes down on some crazy shit, man. I wouldn't know what the fuck to do, man. But hey, let me know in the comments what y'all think about that shit. Real stay shit. You already know what's going on, man. Let me know. Peace.